Hello, Miami, and all of Oxford. I'm Caché Roberts.
And I'm Cassidy Duffy. Thank you for tuning in to Miami Television News.
On September 20th, Oxford residents and Miami students embraced the beginning of Hispanic Heritage Month at the 17th Annual Unidiversity Festival. MTN's own Josiah caught up with some festival goers and discussed what this event means to Oxford.
Hi, I'm Josiah Collins. We're standing here live from the Unidiversity Hispanic and Caribbean Heritage Festival. Going on, there's a lot of different activities. There's a petting zoo, there's performances, there's food, there's games, a whole bunch of community building, and we're going to get some interviews, see what people are thinking. So can you guys just tell me a little bit about what you're enjoying about the festival today?
Yeah, it's really nice to see all the food trucks, but also the music and dancing has been so fun to watch.
I thought the animals were pretty fun and cool. They were very entertaining over there, and yeah, all the food's great.
So for an event like this to be in Oxford, what do you think that means for the community and really bringing everybody together?
I think this is a kind of an underrepresented culture in Oxford, so it's really nice to have this influence, even if it's just for one day, to be exposed to music like this and dancing like this is really cool.
Yeah, I think anything that adds to the culture of Oxford is just a good thing to have for the community.
Well, thank you guys for that. I'm glad you guys were able to stop and give us some time. Enjoy the rest of the festival. And how's the turnout looking so far? Looks like a lot of people are here enjoying it. Do you guys like it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty enjoying it right now, and I think everybody is pretty pleased with it. So, yeah, I think it's doing good. I think it's good.
Does it make you feel to see something like this happening in Oxford?
I think it's really important that we're exploring other identities, especially since Oxford is such a small town. I think it's really important for them to bring in I guess different cultures so that the students at Miami are able to experience new things and have a piece of home with them, I guess.
All right, so can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing here today?
I am working at the Latin American Festival while I'm volunteering. I'm currently on popcorn with my friend Cade. It's poppin' here, literally, and this festival is also poppin'. It's a nice time. Not only is it, instead of calling it the Latin Festival, we could call it the Litten Festival. You get it?
I do.
Lit, lat?
Yeah, I get it.
Switch it out.
With Miami Television News, I'm Josiah Collins.
Joining us today, we have MTN's Patrick Geshan to talk about the latest Miami sports.
All right, Caché, thank you very much. Well, a lot has happened in the Miami sports world since the beginning of the school year, and the biggest story happening on campus this week, the Miami hockey team will begin a new season Sunday under a new head coach. Chris Bergeron will be behind the bench for his first game as the 6th ever Miami hockey head coach Sunday against his former team, the Bowling Green Falcons. Bergeron guided BG to their first NCAA tournament appearance in over a decade last season as head coach, leading the Falcons to over 170 wins in his 9 years in Northwest Ohio. The Redhawks will be led by senior forward Gordy Green, who needs just 21 points this season to join the career 100-point club. Senior goaltender Ryan Larkin also returns after posting 3 shutouts last season. Miami will drop the puck in the 1920 campaign this Sunday at 5 p.m. inside Goggin Ice Center against Bowling Green. It starts a streak of 5 straight home games to open up the Redhawks season, including home series against New Hampshire the nights of October 11th and 12th and Ferris State on October 18th and 19th. The Miami football team's record improved to 2-2 after a 34-20 win at home against Buffalo this week. Freshman quarterback Brett Gabbert threw for 120 yards with 8 completions and 1 touchdown, and senior running back Jalen Bester rushed for a career-high 107 yards after 24 carries. Sam Sloman made a career-long 53-yard field goal to contribute in the Redhawks win as well. Miami's conference record improves to 1-0. They have a bye week this weekend and will play at Western Michigan October 12th with a kickoff time to be announced in Kalamazoo. Now, the week prior, the Redhawks traveled to Columbus to take on the Buckeyes of Ohio State. Miami fell in the game 76-5 in front of 103,000 plus at Ohio Stadium. The Red and White played 3 quarterbacks in Columbus, with true freshman Brett Gabbert leading the passing column with 48 yards in the air. Redshirt senior Maurice Thomas led Miami with 44 rush yards. Buckeyes sophomore quarterback Justin Fields threw for 223 yards September 21st. Miami fans will be eager to know the Redhawks don't have Ohio State listed on the future schedule through 2029. And finally, the Miami volleyball team wrapped up a pair of road games last weekend against conference foes Ohio and Kent State. The Redhawks started the weekend off well with a straight set victory over the Golden Flashes. Gabby Harper had 12 kills and Sophie Remersma had 9 for Miami. The Red and White fell on Saturday night at Ohio by a 3-1 margin. However, the volleyball team's overall record is now 6-7. They are 1-1 in the MAC. Cassidy.
Thank you, Patrick, for the quick sports update. In other campus news, the theater department is putting on their first production of the semester, When We Get Good Again. In this performance, a group of college students discover what it means to sacrifice honesty and integrity to succeed in today's world. The show opens to the public from October 2nd through the 6th.
Sexual assault is a prevalent issue on many college campuses. In recent weeks, there have been multiple reports of sexual assault on Miami's campus. MTN's Jenna Landgraf had the chance to speak with a student health center counselor, Jennifer Young, about the resources available to Miami students and the programs in place to prevent sexual assault.
For any Miami University student, there are lots of resources available for a student who's been sexually assaulted, and we have resources available for all students of all gender identities, all sexual orientations. I think that's very important for students here to know. Here at the Student Counseling Service, we offer all different types of treatment interventions, including individual therapy, group therapy, referrals for medication, workshops on managing stress and anxiety. So we do offer lots of different treatment options. In individual therapy, all of our therapists here are trained to work with students in a trauma-informed way. And what that means is all of our counselors are going to believe the student. No matter what, students will be believed and they are heard here at the Counseling Center. So when a student comes in, they will be briefly assessed in what's called an initial consultation. There's some forms to fill out. They meet with a counselor, and if they tell us that this is an urgent situation, there is no wait time. They will be seen, and they can be offered whether it's an emergency service or ongoing therapy in the form of individual counseling or group therapy. I happen to co-lead our Circle of Hope group, and that is a weekly group therapy for female-identified victims of sexual assault or interpersonal violence. It's an hour-and-a-half long every week, and we teach students skills for dealing with how to improve their trust in others, how to engage in healthy communication patterns, how to engage in sexual intimacy again, how to cope with anxiety and depression. So we want our students to be successful, and the supportive and group environment is one way they can do it. We also have individual therapy where they can meet one-on-one if they prefer to do that versus in a group setting. And they'll meet with counselors who are trained in trauma therapy and be able to work through any PTSD symptoms or just improve their ability to trust and to go to class. We know that college is the time in a student's life where academics are really important, and we want them to get back on track and in the classroom.
With sexual assault being an issue on Miami's campus, the annual Clothesline Project will be hosted by the Center for Student Diversity and Inclusion. The Women's Center has hosted the project for the past 17 years in October, which is National Violence Against Women's Month. The hanging t-shirts created by faculty, students, and community members to give voice to interpersonal and gender violence will be on display near the sill behind Radabush Hall on October 3rd and 4th.
Please welcome MTN's Allie and Stephanie discussing how they maintain their health in dorms on campus.
Thanks, guys. Since the school year started, we are finding that a lot of people are getting sick.
It's especially tricky to stay healthy in the dorms when you're in constant close contact with a lot of people.
Yeah. Luckily, neither one of us has gotten sick this year, thanks to a few tips that we've been using.
So something that I found really helpful this year is to keep hand sanitizer with me at all times. It's super convenient to clip onto your book bag and just whip out before a meal or after class.
I can attest to that. I always keep hand sanitizer clipped in my bag too. Another health tip I've been using this year is remembering to stay hydrated. I keep a water bottle with me when I go to class and consistently drink 2.5 liters a day.
Also, you should consider investing in an air purifier for your dorm. It has helped me a lot with seasonal allergies and overall gives my room a fresher feel.
It's also super important to get enough rest each night and carve out time for a nap if need be. I find that I am much more productive and less stressed when I am well rested. I always try to get sleep between 7 to 9 hours a night.
Obviously, eating well is another key to staying healthy. If you're the type of person that likes to keep your snacks in your dorm room, try to grab healthier options that are better for you. Some of my favorites are nutrition bars, fresh fruit from the dining hall, and whole grain crackers.
Seriously, these tips have helped us so much this year, and we hope that we have inspired you to make a few easy changes to your routine. It's never fun to be sick at school, so have a healthy and happy week.
Thank you, Stephanie and Allie, for those helpful tips. The start of fall brings pumpkin picking, apple cider sipping, and plenty to do in Oxford. The Oxford Museum Association is hosting an apple butter festival at Houston Woods this weekend, October 5th and 6th. There will be apple butter sales and tours of the historic barn.
On October 1st, the second phase of construction kicked off for the Oxford area trails. This project plans to connect the entire city of Oxford through a series of scenic bike and hiking trails.
Please welcome our new segment on the show, Word of the Day. Cade McCormack joins us with his Word of the Day.
MTN's Word of the Day is flair. A common definition for flair is a skill or instinctive ability to appreciate or make good use of something, a talent. You could use flair in a sentence such as, Up Magazine has flair for fashion, trends, and styles. Back to you guys.
Well, that's all we have for you today. Thank you for tuning in to our first show of the semester. Be sure to check back with us throughout the semester for more content. I'm Caché Roberts.
And I'm Cassidy Duffy. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Miami MTN.